We've been dealing with these miracles of healing. Mark chapter 5, beginning at verse 25. Now a certain woman which had an issue of blood 12 years, and had suffered many things of many physicians, and had spent all that she had, and was nothing better, but rather grew worse. When she had heard of Jesus, came in the press behind, and touched his garment. For she said, if I may touch but his clothes, I shall be whole. And straightway the fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of that plague. And Jesus, immediately knowing in himself that virtue had gone out of him, turned him about in the press and said, who touched my clothes? And his disciples said unto him, thou seest the multitude thronging thee, and sayest thou, who touched me? And he looked around about to see her that had done this thing. But the woman, fearing and trembling, knowing what was done in her, came and fell down before him and told him all the truth. And he said unto her, daughter, thy faith has made thee whole. Go in peace and be whole of thy plague. And I want to talk for a few minutes about faith in action. Faith in action. A whole lot of folk talk about they have faith, but their actions will not necessarily dictate how much faith they have. And you need to know that if you have faith, you must walk in faith. In other words, it cannot just be a confession, it must be an action. Because a long time ago they had a saying, and I think they still say it now, they changed this language so much, but they used to say talk is cheap. They might have some other language for that now, but Jesus said you worship me with your lips, but your heart is far from it. What he was saying is you're offering a lot of lip action, but ain't no truth or genuineness to what you're saying. But we see here a woman who is in a dilemma. And my brothers and sisters, if you're in a dilemma, you surely need to have faith. All of us in here have some kind of a dilemma in our life. Every one of us, whatever it may be, it may not be a physical challenge, it could be relationship challenge, it could be a broken heart challenge, it could be family problem, it could be so many dilemmas. But everybody in here has some dilemma. Don't feel like you're by yourself, because everybody got them. I don't care how holy they look on Sunday. I don't care how high they shout, everybody's got dilemmas in their life. This woman had a dilemma because she was sick and had been sick for 12 years. Now, this sickness was a physical disorder because she had continually bled for 12 years, which perhaps led to physical exhaustion, but also physical pain. Can you imagine being sick for 12 years? I mean, when we get a headache, we take an aspirin because we're trying to get rid of it as fast as we can, and yet this sickness lingered for 12 long years. She had a physical disorder, but then she experienced a social disconnect. Because one in her condition was considered unclean. And if you were considered unclean, then you were an outcast. In other words, they didn't want to have nothing to do with you. You were an outcast from your family, from your friends, and even from society, because it was believed if she was unclean, then anybody that she touched or came in contact with, they would be considered unclean as well. And so folk didn't want to be put out of their social clubs. They didn't want a vacation from their family. I know a lot of folk want it right now, but they didn't want no vacation from their families and their friends. And so she's experiencing a physical disorder. But if that ain't bad enough for 12 years, there's a social disconnect. She can't have no fellowship with nobody. Not if she had a husband, not a husband. If she had children, not a children. She couldn't be in contact with nobody. It was almost as if she had leprosy. She was considered unclean. She had this physical disorder, this social disconnect, but then she was in financial distress because she spent all that she had on doctors. She went from one specialist to another, and she spent all of her money. Anybody know a sickness for 12 years and you going from doctor to doctor? Some of y'all know about doctor bills right now. She might have had a little money, but because she had been sick so long, she had spent all she had on different doctors, and so now she got physical disorder, social disconnect, and financial distress. Boy, that's a serious combination of problems and dilemmas. She spent all her money, and instead of getting better, that's a scary thing. Instead of getting better, she got worse. It's a scary thing when you go to the doctor. Some of us have been there a time or two. But when you went to the doctor and you were sicker after you left the doctor than you were when you got to the doctor. Because somebody might have prescribed you the wrong medication, or just the treatment within itself made you sick. And instead of getting better in 12 years, can you imagine 12 years? Getting worse 12 years. Sick 12 years, non-stop. I know she kept waking up saying this year's going to be a better year, or tomorrow's going to be a better day. But for 12 years, this dilemma is something that she deals with. But then I want y'all to know she made a decision. And that decision, when she heard about Jesus. Oh, somebody should have said amen. Right there. She heard of Jesus and the folk that were around. She heard of him. And she made a decision. I've got to get to Jesus, because all of the doctors and specialists I've been to haven't been able to do nothing for me. They done took my money, put me in poverty. I'm out socially, I'm out physically, I'm out financially. But oh, if I can get to Jesus, I just believe if I can touch the hem of his garment, I shall be made whole. Brothers and sisters, in this day in which we live, folk need to make decisions. I was talking with a young man yesterday. I was saying to him, we were talking about some political stuff. And I said, yes, I'm against abortion, I'm against same-sex marriage, I'm against all that. I said, but I don't believe you ought to try to make folk do nothing. Because from the beginning of time, what God put in the middle of the garden was a choice. I know the tree, we call it the tree of the knowledge of good and evil that they were not supposed to eat from. But what it really was a choice. It was really a decision. And God gives everybody a choice to do whatever they want to do. Even if they want to go to hell, they got the choice to do that. They don't make nobody do nothing. Folk need to know how to make the right decisions. And she acted on what she heard. She made a decision that my faith is going to move me from my comfort zone, and I'll approach Jesus the only way that I think I can, and that is I'll speak in and discuss his glory. Let me tell you something, brothers and sisters. You need to make a choice. When you got dilemmas, you need to make a choice on whether you're going to turn to man or turn to God. Joshua said, choose you this day who you going to serve. Are you going to serve the God of your father, the God of your father on the other side of the foot? As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. He said, but make a choice. You got to know how to make a decision. And my brothers and sisters, when you don't know what decision to make, how many of y'all know what to do when you don't know what decision to make? Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge. Y'all can say acknowledge, and he shall direct your path. We got somebody to help us make a decision that we need to make in this life. And God, when I heard about Jesus, and she reached out by faith. Now, I need to put a pin right there. Because what folks need to talk more about is Jesus. I wonder how many Christians talk about Jesus and the wonderful things that he has done in their life. Or do we spend time gossiping about mess at the church? But that's one of the problems with the church. You got too many folk in church who gossip about the church when you really ought to be talking about Jesus. Because let me tell you, gossip will turn folk away. But like this one, oh, when you hear about Jesus. And so when you leave church, you ain't got no business to talk about who's sleeping with who, and who's doing this, and who's doing that, and how you feel about somebody, and how they feel about you. Ain't none of that important. The only name that matters is the name of Jesus Christ, because there's power in his name. And at his name, every knee will bow, and every tongue shall confess. And if you let folk hear about Jesus, Jesus' name alone will draw. We need to talk about him. So somebody tell your neighbor, we need to talk about Jesus. Yeah, we need to talk about Jesus. Stop talking about all that foolishness, because the stuff that people talk about don't amount up to nothing. I got a witness. When you talk about this, that, and the other, folk don't want to hear that about the church, and you supposed to be such a holy Christian, always dressed up and looking holy, carrying your Bible, talking about how much you love Jesus, but all you can do is gossip about the church. And when folk hear you gossiping, it turns them off. But when she heard about Jesus, y'all know I can tarry a little while, but I got to move on. I'm aware we're on camera, and I try to keep the service short. Sometimes we can feel like our problems will keep us from God. But never allow your fear to keep you from approaching God. Anybody ever felt like you had messed up so bad that you didn't want to approach God? I know some folk who messed up so bad. And they sit toward the back. My dad won. He sit toward the back. He said, I don't need to get too close, but boy, I messed up. But let me tell y'all, that don't make no difference to the Lord. I don't make no difference what you've done, how bad you've been, how much you've cut up. Because everybody cut up. Don't let the dressing and the smile and the hand waving fool you. Everybody has done some stuff. But whatever you've done, don't allow it to stop you from approaching God. She was messed up. She wasn't going to get close to nobody. But guess what? She made a decision in the midst of her dilemma. I'm going to get to Jesus. Because Jesus can help me. And so, in her desperation, she does. Guess this, whatever it takes. She got a dilemma. She made a decision. But now her desperation causes her to do whatever it takes to get the healing that she needs from Jesus. Now, my brothers and sisters, you need to know what she had to do. She wasn't going to be in the crowd, but guess what she did? She elbowed and pressed her way through the crowd. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Have you ever tried to be what they call inconspicuous? That's a big word, y'all catch that. You want to be in the mix, but you didn't want to be seen. See, y'all being quiet right there. I know right when you were going to clubs, but you was a good church member. Pull your collar up, and you pull your cap. Yeah, and put on your dog shades and walk on into the club because you want to be there, but you didn't want to be seen. She says, she perhaps disguised herself just in case somebody who knew her would start saying she's unclean. She did whatever she had to do to get to Jesus, and so she was willing to press her way. Now let me tell you about something about life. You got to press your way. Life gets hard, life gets tough. It throws some curveballs at you. It brings trouble in your life. It brings one thing, it's another. Some of us know something about this year of 2020. We got a lot of stuff thrown at us, and sometimes you just want to go home, get under the cover, pull the cover up over your head, and say, Lord, I hope tomorrow is a better day. But let me tell you something. The reason why we're here today is because we didn't let our troubles, our deliverance, our problems stop us from doing what God wants us to do. And so what do? We press. Press our way. Some of y'all wasn't feeling too good this morning, but you got up anyhow and you press your way. Some of you had some trouble in your home, but you got up and pressed your way anyhow. Some of y'all had some serious financial difficulty, but you pressed your way anyhow because you knew if I could get to 9600 Scott Street, if Jesus shows up and he is going to show up, then I know that I'll be made whole. That's what she did, y'all. She ain't have nothing. She died nothing. She's sick. But she said, let me get to church. God a witness. She said, I can get to Jesus before. If you get to Jesus, y'all know the church gonna go on, don't you? She said, I can get to him. I'm just gonna touch the hem of his garment. Now somebody here, whatever you might be dealing with this morning, how many of you pressed your way here, but before you got you made up your mind that when I get there, I'm just gonna touch the hem of his garment. In other words, you show up to touch his hem by faith because you know that you need a healing in your life. And so her desperation calls her to do whatever it takes. But then I want y'all to know, when she pressed her way low down, she had to stoop down low. That sounds like something Jesus had to do. In order to save us, in order to touch the hem of his garments. That shows humility. Because when you approach Jesus, you got to approach him in the right way. And I'm a witness, but the Bible says that when she touched the hem of his garment, immediately her blood issue had been cleaned up. Because now you got to deliver. And when she was sick, she got a decision that she got to get to Jesus. She had desperation to do whatever it takes to get the blessing. But now she had a divine deliverance because when Jesus handles your situation, he's able to handle it immediately. There was no magic in the clothes. There was no manifestation of superstition, but it was a faith in the person of Jesus.